welcome back to the Tarot Cottage. My name is Amy. I'm back again today with a pick a card reading for you. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, I appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your presence here on my channel. I know that times are rough. I know that time is precious. So I really appreciate you spending even a little bit of your time here with me. And thank you for engaging in the comment section. Those of you who engage and are so vulnerable, thank you so much for creating such a beautiful space here. And if you're finding yourself here for the very first time, I just want to welcome you with open arms. Please join us, grab yourself a cup of tea, some snacks, get cozy, and we're going to have a little bit of a chat because we're all friends when we gather here at this table. So today's pick a card, we're looking into February. What can you expect as far as changes coming in? What warnings do Spirit have for you about February? What do you need to kind of watch out for? I do have 3 little decks for you to choose from here. So we're using Little Decks, Big Stones today. Pile number 1 with the Bix Tarot and this piece of amethyst cluster. Pile number 2 with the Art of Tarot deck and this blue aragonite. And pile number 3 with the Wonderland Tarot and this piece of raw coal. So whichever pile or piles are calling out to you, just know that there may be a message waiting today from Spirit. My timestamps are listed below. I'm going to jump right into pile number 1, not waste any time. Again, the topic today is February, what's coming in next month as far as love, finances, career, what big changes are coming in, and what warnings do Spirit have for you. Pile number 1. Hello everybody, in pile number 1 you were drawn to this beautiful amethyst cluster, or perhaps to the little tiny Bix Tarot deck, and either way this is your reading for February. What is coming in for you in the month of February? Perhaps you have a birthday coming up. It could be an Aquarius, Pisces, so happy birthday to you if you do have a birthday coming up in February. But what can you expect for February? What changes are coming in? What messages, warnings do your guides and angels have for you? So we have a bunch coming out. We're going to ignore those. We're going to keep shuffling. Too many, Spirit. What is coming in February? We have the Ace of Cups. So some opportunities present in February coming up. And they could be love offers, emotional new starts. They could also come in the form of financial offers as well. But we'll see as the story unfolds here. 8 of Cups. February, please, Spirit. What's coming in the month of February? What changes? Blessings. Knight of Wands. I feel like pulling one more. What is coming in February, please, Spirit? And we do have the Death card. So big changes coming in for some of you in February. You could see yourselves actually, we have 10 of Pentacles at the back of the deck. Some of you are actually switching careers up, perhaps entirely moving on and starting something brand new, kind of charging after something you really want. There's a certain amount of faith going into this decision as well, and sort of this spunk. It's like a fire that's being kind of lit underneath you. It's like an excitement, but it does bring about with it major shifts, major changes with that Death card. But the back of the deck has the beautiful 10 of Pentacles, so I feel like these are very positive moves. I feel like they're very positive changes, and they could lead to a lot of financial security and abundance. It's something you could be beginning that's going to lead to huge things. For others, if you're worried about love or questioning love, there is this new opportunity in love coming in. Could be with a fire sign, a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. And it really, again, is bringing in a lot of security and of abundance. So let's clarify that Ace of Cups, please. What is coming in February? February. Okay, we have 2 coming out. We have the 7 of Wands, and we also have the 5 of Cups. Clarifying the 8 of Cups. What is coming in February, please, Spirit? We have the 2 of Pentacles. Oh. We also have the 3 of Wands. Clarifying the Death card. What's coming in February? We have the 10 of Swords. Back of the deck, the Ace of Swords. We also have the Hierophant. So I really feel like many of you watching, there's going to be a shift in your career, something happening where you're going to kind of take on a leadership role in your own life, in your own Finances, it's like you're leveling up, but some of you, I feel like you're almost taking an entrepreneurial route and you could be starting up something new. For some of you, it's something you've already sort of started, but it's gaining momentum, and it really shows you expanding and moving forward with preconceived plans that you had already kind of set in place. But there is this sense of juggling a lot of responsibility, and it is going to be a busy month, is the message coming in as well with the Two of Pentacles. It sees you having to juggle a lot of practicalities around perhaps switching careers, and a lot of it, honestly, it sounds boring. A lot of it is like paperwork. It's like you have to, there's a lot of paperwork, a lot of T's to cross and dots, I's to dot, and that sort of thing. It's very humdrum type of practical issues that need to be taken care of, and you're going to be really busy with that. It might even be a smidge overwhelming at times, but these are obstacles that you're going to easily push through, is what is coming through here. And part of the obstacle that you've already sort of ascended from is this shift in your mental state, this shift to one of abundance. And Spirit is really seeing you leaving insecurities, fears, and the past behind you. It's like this renewed sense of purpose moving into February. We're in a brand new year. People are really optimistic going into 2021, hopefully. But we do have the Ten of Swords underneath that Death card. So with this change brings about a new amount of clarity for you, and it brings about letting go of old ideas, old plans. It really asks us to let go of a situation where we've really had our heart set on it. For some of you, you're leaving behind a job that you maybe really liked in the past in lieu of a better position. I feel like you're leaving friends behind in that sense as well. So it's kind of a bittersweet type of moment for you, but it's coming because you're ready for it. Like the clarity is there. The Ace of Swords is all about truth, justice, clarity, and you're leveling up with this Hierophant card. You're leveling up. The Hierophant is about conforming to certain roles and conditions, but it really does speak about institutions like education, government, marriage as well. And as I was saying earlier, some of you there is a double message here. It is sort of focusing on the career for me right now, but there is an underlying love message coming in for some of you watching with this emotional start being in love. But it is coming at the cost of you sort of making new plans and letting go of old ideas and honestly, letting go of the past a little bit, letting go of what has fallen away. Because the focus on what you've lost is stopping you from seeing beautiful gifts and this beautiful Ace of Cups that wants to come in for you, an emotional new beginning, an emotional new offer. And with the Lovers, Gemini energy really present, but the Lovers is about a choice and a decision. So Spirit is letting you know that this isn't something that's forced upon you in February. These changes coming in, this expansion perhaps in your career, it's not being forced. It's not like you're going to be fired from your current job. This is a choice that you will make. And it is your choice to make. Spirit is very clear about that, but they will walk with you. There's a certain amount of a little bit of fear, a little bit of trepidation as you're moving into this energy with the Knight of Wands and the Three of Wands. You can see he hasn't quite taken that first step yet, but there's excitement surrounding it, and it feels very exciting. It feels like an exciting change. A little bit bittersweet, yes, but an exciting change nonetheless. Let's get some clarity. February, please, Spirit. What is coming in February? Pile 1. Can you tell us about what is coming in February for pile 1? Changes coming in February. You have the beautiful Sun coming out. Leo energy, very strong. The Six of Swords. So these are positive changes that you're making, and it's coming, again, it's all because of this thought process in your, it's about you leveling up truly with this 5. You could have been maybe stuck in a mindset of a bit of lack moving into 2021, and so it's taking you a month to sort of gather your thoughts, recenter yourself, and gain that clarity that you needed to create this beautiful movement with the Six of Swords. It does really reflect moving from a confused, choppy place into calmer waters. We do have the Ace of Wands. So this beautiful inspired thought for you to expand, for you to move forward in your career into these big changes, they are divinely guided. And they're good ideas too, especially if you're thinking about starting something all on your own. If you're thinking about starting some sort of business, or you have an idea to kind of, some sort of idea that you want to produce or put something into the world, it's a good idea is what Spirit is saying. It is a great idea. Ace of Swords again. It's like for the first time, and I guess message is coming through. It could be very specific to somebody watching, but it's like for the first time in your life, you have clarity about where you are headed as far as your career goes, or as far as this new opportunity. It's like you have a goal, you have a purpose, you know what that is. And that's, for some of you, that's brand new. That's a brand new thing. And you feel like you're a little bit late. It's like I'm late to the party, but there's an excitement about it too. There's a certain amount of excitement. I just saw the Nine of Swords. Didn't come out, but there's a certain also amount of anxiety associated with change, and we all kind of get lumped into that. We have the Two of Wands, very strong fire energy here, so you definitely could be that Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. This could be a move that you have been considering making for a while. It's like you're biding your time. High Priestess. Yeah. And the Page of Swords. So, you know, those cards really talk to me about, I just saw the Chariot at the back of the deck. It really talks to me about this inner knowing that you have. You could be very intuitive. For some of you, the message is actually coming through that you may be starting some sort of spiritual-based business, some sort of spiritual-based, it could even be a tarot business, honestly, is the message coming through. So take that as it resonates. Obviously, that message isn't for everybody, but this High Priestess, she really takes that inner wisdom inside of her, and she's using it to kind of propel her into this change. So for some of you, it really is this divinely guided idea to start some sort of, it feels very spiritual. It feels very it feels very much like tarot, to be honest. You may be kind of pushed into that realm, and this is a good idea, is what Spirit is saying. The Page of Swords reminds us, though, to kind of educate ourselves about everything in the process, to be very clear, especially when we saw the Lovers in this deck as well over here earlier. Gemini, you know, it's the twins, and they use their two heads very aptly to look at everything from full circle, the whole circumference. And the Page of Swords, he's kind of like this student of the deck. He really does throw himself into information so that he can gain position, so that he can gain clarity. And that's what Spirit is kind of urging you to do about this idea. Educate yourself completely 100% about what you need to do, and continue the learning process as well, as the message coming in. The Chariot on the back of the deck is just urging you to move. It's urging you to take that inspired idea and run with it. What's coming in February, please? Knight of Wands again. I love that. We do have the Seven of Cups on the back of the deck, and the Nine of Cups. I love it. So a dream is coming true. You are, and it's not even about a dream coming true. It's you putting it into motion. You are creating this dream. You are making it happen, and it's amazing. And we have this beautiful Seven of Cups, and I say beautiful, and oftentimes it talks about confusion, but today I'm looking at it like options. The world is your oyster, and that's really what Spirit is saying. February is opening up all these possibilities for you, and you're truly, with this newfound purpose, with this new clarity, you are charging into what you want with this beautiful Knight of Wands. He charges in with all of that passion. We saw him up here. You definitely could be that fire sign. You don't have to be, but you could be. So if that resonates with you. And then we have the beautiful Queen of Pentacles underneath. So it is a productive move. It's not just about you fulfilling something inside, which it will do. It's going to make you feel very much more emotionally fulfilled, but it's also going to be financially abundant. It's going to give you the dividends that you're looking for. Let's get some advice from Spirit here. What's coming in February, please, Spirit? What advice can you give for February? Your new life, and it's yours for the taking, and it's coming right next to that beautiful Sun card. February is going to be, if it's been choppy for you leading up to this point, February is opening up big doors. And I shouldn't even say that. I feel like I keep wanting to cut myself off and say it's not, nothing is bringing you anything that you haven't brought towards yourself. This is all because of you, and you should be patting yourself on the back. We do have the Fates coming out as well. The Fates talk about what is meant to be, what is owed to you. And to trust in this divine timing, to trust in this, to trust truly in this, the magic of the present moment. We have the Victim card. This card is interesting that it's coming out right now, because sometimes we take these plans, these expectations, these wonderful ideas, and we put them into play at the wrong time and in the wrong conditions, and we expect great things to happen. And that could have happened in the past, that may have kind of discouraged you and perhaps thrust you into a little bit of this Five of Cups mindset in the beginning. But Spirit is saying that's in the past. You're shaking that off, and you're recognizing that it's important to put potential where it will grow. And if you're not planting the seeds, you know, you hear that cliche, if you're not planting the seeds, you're working on the growing conditions. So that's really why this Page of Swords is present, because it's about in these periods of what seem like inaction in your plan moving forward, that's when you're supposed to be kind of helping the momentum stay moving by educating yourself, by creating a quick learning curve. We do have the Empath at the back of the deck. So this is, you are on this verge of change, big verge of change. But the Victim card just reminds us to keep ourselves in check and our expectations in check. We have Vanity too. I feel like there is this rejection, back of deck, fears associated there. I really feel like there's this comparison problem. People compare themselves to other people who are doing similar things, trying out similar ways of living, and then we get kind of upset when we don't see the results that we think we should see. It's a reminder to us, again, to stop comparing ourselves to other people, because oftentimes what people are projecting out into the world is not reality, and it's all so fluffy. It doesn't matter, is what Spirit is saying. Look at the bigger picture. Full moon in Sagittarius. You are good enough. If you have these feelings of insecurity, they're worried that you can't accomplish this, or you can't bring your dreams into fruition, that's totally not you. That's not who you are. Don't let your past hold you back. Get an advice card from Spirit, and we'll get you some words of encouragement from your guides and angels for February. So, all is well. Archangel Jeremiel, I can't say that, I'm sorry. Everything is happening exactly as it's supposed to, with hidden blessings you will soon understand. And that's why that Fate card really showed up. It's because this is sort of destined to be. This month is going to be, or next month is going to be a big month for you. We have Clairvoyance. I'm helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. Back of the deck says Counselor. You're a natural counselor, and many people benefit from your guidance and reassurance. Some of you might be actually moving into that realm. Like I said, it feels very much spiritually based. Take that as it resonates, though. The Phoenix. It's and like that message keeps coming back to me, that some of you, it's like you feel like you were kind of late to the party. You have the Nightingale. Good things come in small packages. Leo energy, very strong. I keep saying that, such strong Leo energy here. It's like this sense of like you feel like you were late to the party, but just when people kind of count you out, this is when you're rising out of the ashes like that beautiful phoenix. The Nightingale is just a beautiful reflection of a light inside. Don't let that go out. Again, with the High Priestess, you're very intuitive. You have gifts, and they need to be shared. Let's get some words of encouragement from your guides and angels, if I can get it out of my little container here. I keep my cards in the strangest, like one of my decks I keep in this, just to keep them kind of, okay. February, please, Spirit, messages for February. You're manifesting financial abundance right this moment. And the answer is yes to the question that you're asking in your mind right this moment. We do have let us take your worry coming out as well. Oops. Ooh, we have your future includes travel. And I know that everybody's going to come at me in the comment section about how we're in lockdown and nobody can travel. So I assume that that means after lockdowns are over. So don't shoot the messenger. Time to reevaluate what you want. And that's just because you're a very powerful manifester. And we have to adjust our desires as we go along because we have to adjust because new information comes in. So it is about explaining to the universe what you want and then keeping a very clear ideology in your head and working towards it. A passionate partner is coming as well. You need to teach others. Very strong message coming in about, again, counseling, teaching, being a source of comfort to others as well. So take that as it resonates. Your loved ones in heaven are so proud of what you're doing and this new move that you're kind of making. The back of the deck says, when you feel alone, we are with you. You're not alone in these big moves, these big changes. Your guys are very excited about what's coming in for you. Let's get a charm bowl for group one. Group number one, please. Changes in February and messages from your guides and angels. We have the Ten of Wands. We have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Chariot. So lots of responsibility coming up in February. It's not that everything's going to be really easy peasy, lots of responsibility, but I feel like you're already kind of burdened right now because it's like you have all of these responsibilities, but you don't see a clear picture of where you want to go, or at least in the past, that's how you felt. But in February, there's this offer, this new decision you have to make that's going to kind of propel you into a new place in life. It is propelling you into a foundation phase, but foundation phases are amazing because it creates beautiful growth and momentum, and it happens a lot more quickly than you expect, I feel. Very strong Cancer energy in that bowl. Okay, what do we have? We have you. We have S and M, and we have chains. So take that as it resonates. We have the apple. We do have this common theme of teaching, or perhaps you're going back to school. We have the four-leaf clover for good luck from your guides and angels. We also have a beautiful rose, and I always think of St. Teresa of Lisieux when I see that rose. And I think about gifts from heaven. When I see a rose, I always think of showers of flowers coming in from heaven. I have a squirrel on a tree here, which is interesting because we had the victim card come out with that beautiful squirrel on the nut. Planting the seeds in the right conditions. And the squirrel is the most nervous creature. It's about, even though we're scared, doing it anyway. The squirrel is the most nervous creature, and yet it's responsible for planting whole forests because it plants all of these acorns all over the place and then just forgets where they put them all. And as a result, their nervousness, they have to be so quick at burying things because they're so nervous. Their nervousness plants an entire forest. So it's about doing things afraid, being courageous. And we have the anchor. We also have a commandment in the Bible, from the Bible. We have an anchor because you feel stuck right now, but you are in charge of your own course. You are the master of this ship that you call your existence, your experience here. And it's time to haul anchor and make some moves. We do have a commandment from the Bible that says, thou shalt not kill. It reflects specifically don't kill people, but also it really talks about not killing dreams, not breaking down a light that's inside of you. All right, group number one, that is what I have for you. The changes coming in February. I hope that this resonated with you, and if it did, I'd love to hear about it in the comment section. Even if you come back in February and let me know if this resonates. Check out my links below. Please subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell if you feel called to. We would love to have you join our family here. But mostly I hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye, guys. Hello, everybody. In group number 2, you were drawn to this beautiful blue aragonite stone or to the tiny tarot deck here. Either way, this is your reading. February, what can you expect? What changes, blessings, warnings do Spirit have for you about February? What changes are coming in? Oh, I just saw the Ace of Cups. Okay. We have the Hanged Man coming out as the first card. Kind of a small, whoops. Hanged Man. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Six of Swords and the Six of Wands. Let's clarify that Hanged Man, please. Change is coming in February, group 2. February, group 2. That's coming in February. What change is coming in? Five of Wands. There was a message coming through as I was dishing out the first row that wants to come through already. It just, for some of you who have writer's block, and Spirit is saying that that's stopping in February. You'll be able to kind of write again if you're currently writing. We have the Nine of Pentacles. We also have the Eight of Cups coming out. And we have the Queen of Wands. Ooh, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. Specifically Leo, we do have strength on the back of the deck. So the message coming through for pile 2 is that some of you are experiencing some creative blocks, perhaps, and there is this focus on worry about competition. It's like I'm worried that I'm watching other people kind of be propelled ahead of me. The Strength card on the back of the deck really tells us, so we have Five of Cups, it really tells us that, you know, you're going to be able to push through these obstacles in February. That's the overlying message coming through with this back of deck energy. With the Five of Cups, there needs to be a bit of a shifted mindset here, because it really talks about, and here we have the Eight of Pentacles, it really talks about, you know, focusing on the here and now instead of focusing on the shoulda, coulda, wouldas, on focusing on outside influences. And we have the Eight of Pentacles here, which is really Spirit's way of kind of kicking us in the butt and saying, focus on your work. It's like, stop looking over at your partner, focus on your work, and get the job done is what I'm hearing. It's like you're comparing yourself to so many other people and you have no competition. No one is, you are in no competition with no one. No one is on your level. Everyone is on a very different level and they're not on yours. But that is really what seems to be holding back some of this creativity that you have inside of you, and this ability to kind of give some of the experience that you have. You need to share it with the world. The Nine of Pentacles over this Ace of Wands is really telling me that you have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer the world through your ideas, through what you have to say, through what you want to share. And it's time to stop worrying about what everybody else is saying, doing, having, being, and focus on your own work and focus on your task at hand. Because this Five of Wands tells us about, you know, competition and feelings of jealousy. And these are the obstacles where we're comparing ourselves to other people, and it kind of puts us into a stagnated energy. It thrusts us into this negative mindset where we are always comparing ourselves to other people, and we'll never be satisfied because there'll always be someone else who has something that we want, or a perceived talent that we want to have, and we'll always feel like we're constantly playing catch up if we compare ourselves to other people. But Spirit is asking you to focus on your beautiful gifts, your beautiful ascension with this beautiful Nine of Pentacles. That's as close to a queen as you can get. Queen or a king, whatever energy you are, it doesn't matter about gender. It really is just a reflection of energy, and you're being reflected as this person who has a lot to offer, a lot of wisdom, a lot of experience that really should be shared. And I am getting the message that some of you are actually writers. Take that as it resonates. You may not be, but there's a creative energy that's flowing here. And we do have the Queen of Wands. She is an entrepreneur. She does kind of take the helm of her own ideas, and she charges in to create an abundance for herself. She doesn't talk, you know, she doesn't answer to anybody, this Queen of Wands. And she also is a reminder to us that it's okay. Honestly, the message that's coming in for me is that there's a fear almost of speaking your mind, of asking for what you want. But honestly, what popped into my head is that quote from Beyonce when she says, I'm not being bossy, I'm the boss. And there's this fear of being the boss, fear of being perceived as being too pushy. But Spirit is saying that that's your strength. Like, this is your strength to lead And don't shy away from that. Don't be a wilting flower when it comes to that, because especially we've got Leo energy here, back of deck. If you're that Leo, you are, you know, made for leadership. You are made for growth. You're a beautiful sunshine, a light to the world. So you're made for this. These ideas you have in your mind, they don't pop out of nowhere. They are divinely guided. This Six of Swords and the Eight of Cups really shows you gaining clarity of what you want. And like I said, if you are a writer and you're experiencing some sort of writer's block, more ideas are going to be flowing easily. There's going to be a movement from this choppy place, from this insecure place, kind of moving into your power in February. So some big shifts coming in, and I feel like it's coming in because of this renewed sense of purpose that you have, this renewed sense of focus that's coming in. But let's get a little bit of clarity here. Group 2. I don't think I breathed through that whole thing. Sometimes I feel like I hold my breath the whole time. Group 2, February. What changes are coming in? Blessings. Advice. Four of Wands. I love it. The Four of Wands. It's like a gateway. February is a gateway to open up new doors for you. Page of Wands. Lots of Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy here. Lots of fire. The Lovers. Wow. Okay, so we have the Page of Swords and the Knight of Wands coming out. So such strong energies here. Already we have the Chariot. So with February brings a certain amount of kind of this momentum. It sort of brings about this decision to sort of move, but there is a decision to be had here. It is a choice that Spirit says you have to make to kind of shift yourself out of the mindset and to move towards your goals. And that Page of Wands, he takes that beautiful inspired action and he puts it into fruition. And we see you kind of leading the charge in February, again, with these great ideas. You're leading the charge. You're educating yourself. And like for some, a very specific message coming in for someone who is a writer, it's like you're doing a lot of research. It's like that's how you kind of thrust yourself into this new momentum, as you're doing a whole bunch of research and you're charging in, not really knowing what the future holds, but there's an excitement about that. It's like, I don't care what the future holds, because there's an excitement. There's an expectation of good things. A real shift in mindset here in February. Very strong. There's Gemini energy here as well. Coming in February here, please, Spirit. Five of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. Whoops. I'm sorry for the wobble. The Four of Cups. Whoops. And the Ten of Wands. Back of the deck is the beautiful Empress here. We do have the Tower coming underneath that as well. So this beautiful Empress on the back of the deck really reflects abundance. She reflects everything good about being the divine feminine. She reflects motherhood. She reflects security, paramount, very secure, very comfortable in her surroundings. We do have the Tower here, and I'm going to clarify that card very quickly. Where is the deck? Oops. Oops. Hanged Man, yeah, okay. We do have the Devil on the back of this deck. I was just clarifying this Tower because I wanted to know what Spirit was saying about it. What is it about? And sometimes the Tower, yes, it's about change. It's about change that comes in that you don't go back from and you can't go back from. And sometimes it can even reflect change that you don't want to go back from. And when I was clarifying this Tower, you know, we have the Death card, the Nine of Swords, and the Hanged Man. So the Tower can be about epiphanies coming in, epiphanies, and these like bolts of lightning out of the blue that sort of come into our minds and change everything. And that's really what is being reflected here. We started with the Hanged Man, and we do have the Death card and the Nine of Swords, and it's like a change of state. The death is not about a physical death, but it's about a change of state. It's about a rebirth of sorts. And it's like letting go of this, what is holding us back, what's keeping me up, this anxiety, this anxiousness, and I'm turning this around. I'm realizing my own power. I'm stepping down from that tree and realizing my position and what I can do. My focus is returning to me. And we do have the Devil at the back of the deck. The Devil talks about letting go of things. We have the Eight of Wands, letting go of things that are holding us back, these restrictions, these addictions that we have in life. And so February is bringing about like this shift, this beautiful change of perception for you, because it's like all of a sudden there's these blocks have kind of gone away, or you've made a decision. It's like a bolt of lightning about how powerful you are and all of the power that you wield in your own experience and in your own position right now. Beautiful energies at the top of this pile, and then underneath here we have the Five of Coins, we have the Seven of Cups, we have the Four of Cups, and we have the Ten of Wands. This is the shift. This is the shift in mindset that Spirit is saying is coming in February. Or they're urging you, they're kind of urging you to kind of take these epiphanies and run with them, because there is this sense of emotional poverty, perhaps even a physical, perhaps there's been some issues with money as well leading into February, which is kind of only helping to add to your mindset of lack, this mindset of, not having enough, of my ideas aren't good enough. It causes confusion that just kind of muddles our energy, muddles our momentum. But the Lovers with the Four of Cups really tells us that our opinion of the now, our opinion of the present moment is our choice. We have to they say that the highest form of wisdom is to be able to look at a situation, to look at an object, to look at anything without any type of judgment, good or bad, upon that situation. And that's what the Lovers urges us to do over this Four of Cups, because the Four of Cups warns us of not being too apathetic and unappreciative of our gifts in the present moment, to the point where it kind of halts all of these beautiful new energies that want to come in, these new ideas, these new inspired thoughts, this new abundance, love offers that want to be present to us. It's like we're so focused on what we don't have and the humdrumness of our everyday life that we're not appreciating it, and we're not appreciating gifts that can come in for us. So there is this call for clarity in February. There's this call for you to kind of take this inspired action and lead with it. And understand that these burdens that we feel are blinding us, that we are in control of all of them. And it's our perception of the burdens that truly, and our responsibilities that truly forge our future. And we can either look at it like a burden, all of this, what we have to kind of get done, or we can look at it with excitement and expectation. Let's get some clarity with some oracle cards for you. February. We have the Yang card again with this Page of Wands, with that Ace of Wands here. Very inspired, very creative energy flowing. And this was kind of similar to pile one as well. Very creative and energetic type of reading there as well. You are a powerhouse of imagination. You have many, many good ideas. And that Yang card represents divine masculine energy. But again, it's not about your gender. It's just about the thought inside of you, this passion inside of you that needs to be shared. It does kind of urge us to put our ideas into action. We have Treasure Island, the beautiful the beautiful sea turtle in this card. I love it so much. I have a thing for sea turtles. I can't help it. Even I keep showing everybody this, but even on my desk I keep this little baby sea turtle. Every time it just sits there and looks at me. It is about putting out your ideas, your expectations, your passions, your hopes and dreams, setting them out to the universe with the expectation that you're going to get what you want. And then putting whatever action you can put to move yourself towards your goal, doing that every single day with an expectation of happiness. And being patient as you go with the flow in that situation. My grandmother used to say that patience was a virtue seldom seen in women and never seen in men. So that's We do have come to the edge. It is about jumping into opportunities as they present, despite the fear. Guys, please, February. Victim card. This card came out in pile 1. Interesting. There may be a message there for you as well. That card reminds us that sometimes we plant good ideas at the wrong time and in the wrong conditions and expect wonderful things. It warns us to put all of our hopes and expectations in a positive mindset and in a positive place. And timing is a huge part of it too. We have destiny coming out. And we have discovery. So part of this big shift coming in for you in February, it is about self-discovery, but there's a certain amount of it that's going to create a momentum in your life that's going to bleed into other things. And the message coming in is that for some of you, this leveling up in your energy is going to lead to some soulmate energy coming in for you. It's like this, it's creating a beautiful dance, this orchestrated dance behind the scenes that you don't see, this beautiful momentum that creates abundance in all areas of your life. Back of deck is expansion. It doesn't stop. If you have inspired thought that leads to action in your career, that beautiful momentum, if you're happy in that doesn't kind of stop at career. The universe doesn't have clearly defined lines. They extend that abundance into other areas as well. Anyways, for February, please. Have faith in your dreams because they're good ones. That 7 of Cups does reflect, you know, fantasies that we have. Prosperity lies ahead. Full moon in Taurus or new moon in Taurus, and then meditate and contemplate new moon in Pisces. Clearly deciding what you want. You know, in February, you know, you could have a birthday if you're a Pisces. So prosperity lies ahead. But clearly define what you want to the universe so that they can help you get it. B. The bee spirit is really about good luck. It's about kind of a family, like a community. But I always think about sacrifice when I see the bee. I always think about, you know, for the greater good and doing for others. And there's the sense of that in you, that you do a lot for others. Especially with this Empress energy, you could be a parent. We have snake. The snake is like the never-ending story. It's about the journey and transition. And we also have the cosmic egg wrapped by the snake at the back of the deck. All of this beautiful potential inside of you. Advice from your angels and guides, please. February. We have peace coming in. Peace comes from remembering that only love is real. And we also have patience. And the patience is kind of reflected over here with the Treasure Island card as well. Your dreams are blooming more rapidly than you realize. Still, they need nurturing and patience. So if we're not, you know, I heard that quote the other day and I keep using it. If you're not planting the seeds, you're working on the growing conditions. So educating yourself with as much information as you can. But again, the message keeps coming through. If you're having a difficult time putting your thoughts to paper, that's going to kind of come and shift in February. Crystal clear intentions. Be clear about what you desire and focus upon it with unwavering faith. Let's get some advice, some messages of encouragement from your guides and angels. February, please. Got a couple. Don't give up hope. If you're feeling frustrated right now, it's shifts are coming, big changes in February. You are loved. This too shall pass. The obstacles that you're facing. Oops, I'm sorry about the wobble. Ask and it shall be given to you. We have career change coming in, and we also have you can manifest true love. And that sort of bleeds into that what I was saying earlier about how this is going to bleed into other areas. The success that you're feeling in this inspired thought that could be leading to career changes and shifts. A proposal is on its way to you. You can't change the world unless you change first. You are about to expand your horizons. Back of the deck says the past is gone. Stop living there. Let's get advice for you in the bowl, the charm bowl for group 2, please. February. Changes and advice for February, please. We have the Devil. We have the Page of Wands again, and we do have the Queen of Pentacles. So the Devil, Capricorn energy, really reminds us to let go of those things that tether us, these addictions, codependency. But a lot of times it really reflects, honestly, a feeling of lack within ourselves, and this insecurity that we feel like we're not good enough, our ideas aren't good enough, we don't have enough to offer. And it's these lies that other people place in our minds that stop us from, 95% of us, from pushing through and creating the life that we want, creating the momentum that we deserve. And this Page of Wands is telling me you have many, many amazing ideas that need to be shared. And they are ideas that could lead to a lot of practical comfort, practical, this position of security that you're looking for. And you deserve it. I did drop a charm on the floor and I don't see it. Well, if it flies back up here. We have special. We have she. She feels special. You are special too. We have S. We have the pineapple in the bowl, and that is a reflection of friendship and homecoming. We have H. We have the chain. I always think about the Devil when I see that chain, these things that hold us back. Oftentimes it's this perception of ourselves, and it's not a truth. It's not the truth. It is a truth that we tell ourselves. But, you know, there's that oracle deck that tells us that, you know, the truth and a truth are very different. The truth is the essence of a thing. It is what you are. You're a beautiful spirit of light. That's what you are. But a truth are these things that we tell ourselves that are really contingent on another person's opinion. We have the glasses. So you may wear glasses, but it's also an urge for you to look at things from a higher perspective. And we have the anchor, because we are the master of our own ship. And if we feel stagnant, we do not have to stay in that energy. We have the freedom to move. All right, group number 2, that is what I have for you for the month of February and changes coming in. If this resonates, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on videos that I post. Please check out my links below. But mostly I hope that you just come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye. Hello everybody in group number 3. You were drawn to this large piece of rock coal and the little Wonderland Tarot, and this is your reading. What changes are coming in February? What blessings, changes, shifts? What messages do your angels and guides have for you for February, group 3? We do have the 6 of Cups coming out for you as your first card. We'll get a few cards out before we get into the message, so I don't get ahead of myself. What's coming in February, group 3, please? We have the 6 of Pentacles. We have the 6 of Swords, 666, my goodness. I don't think that's ever happened to me. Let's clarify that 6 of Cups, please, Spirit. What is happening in February for group 3? What changes are coming in? Blessings, warnings. We have the World. We have the Death card. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. Wow, this is interesting. We do have the 8 of Pentacles here at the back of this deck. So I want to take a peek, and we have the 2 of Cups. So this is a very interesting message coming through for you, group 3, because the first 2 groups were really focused on like passionate pursuits and career and going after dreams and that sort of thing. And this message coming in for you, group 3, is one of love and reunion. We do have the 8 of Pentacles with the 2 of Cups on the back of deck. So we also, I want to just bring your attention to this beautiful 6 of Cups, 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Swords. I feel like there is a big a shift coming in for you with a reunion from someone from your past. If you are in disconnect from someone that you feel could be your soulmate, or could be somebody that you just have really strong feelings for. It doesn't even have to be a romantic relationship. It's sort of presenting itself as one here, but it doesn't have to be. It can be a friend from the past as well. I just see kind of a revisit. There's a closure coming in that situation. The Six of Cups with the World, there's going to be movement there. Somebody that is thinking about you is really making plans of kind of a rebirth here. We have the Six of Pentacles with the Death card, which shows a shift coming in. The Death is about a change of state, a type of rebirth. Again, a Wheel of Fortune, a sudden turn of events. We have 3 major arcana underneath here explaining what's happening with this 666. Big changes for February, and I feel like it's something you've been waiting for. It's like I've been waiting to kind of get clarity here. I've been waiting, and almost there's an edge to it too. I feel like the Divine Feminine in this situation has a bit of an edge to her, and she doesn't have the same, I don't want to say she doesn't have the same propensity towards this connection as this person coming in, but it's like there's a bit of a chip on my shoulder because I have a bit of confusion about the past here. But that clarity's coming in. There's a sudden turn of events that's really going to bring about change here and clarity. And it shows like communication, crossing paths and communicating with this person, creating this big change. So I do feel like it could be somebody that you went to school with, 8 of Pentacles, or you worked with perhaps in the past. And I see this person coming back in and communicating with you in the month of February. But let's get some clarity here. What's happening for group 3, February? Queen of Wands, Leo, Aries, Sagittarius energy. And like I said, that Queen of Wands, she's a loving, beautiful spirit. She's warm, she's caring, but she does have a little, and see there, she's right next to the Queen of Cups. So she really wants to express herself as someone who is loving and caring, but she's got a bit of a chip on her shoulder. She's got this black cat here to warn us that she has a bit of a fiery temper. And there is, again, this sense of maybe there were obstacles in the past of this connection, or there's a bit of a chip on my shoulder for some reason with this person. And I almost feel like it's because it was like there's so much inaction in the past that I'm frustrated now. Like I'm frustrated with this person still, even though a lot of time seems to have passed for some of you. Your feelings are going to change though in February. If you're having a bit of a chip on your shoulder, your feelings are going to change in February towards this person a little bit, because there's a sudden turn. There's a sudden turn of events here, and it shows you feeling very secure. We have almost all of the queens present. Queen of Wands, Queen of Cups, Queen of Oysters, Queen of Pentacles here. Underneath this 2 of Cups energy, a relationship coming in for you in February, and one that I feel like you'll be almost hesitant at first, a smidgen hesitant to leap into this, to revisit this connection, because like I keep saying, there's a certain edge to you about this person. But I feel like it's almost like a show, like you would melt under it all. There's a certain amount of melting that will happen, very quickly once everything's kind of revisited. But there will be a call to action here with the Fool. It is kind of like leaping into a new start. Major Arcana, though, very strong. This is sort of a fated change coming in. 3 of Swords underneath that Queen of Wands. 4 of Cups. And we have the Justice. Nice. Back of the deck is the King of Swords. And the Empress. Very interesting to me, because I was thinking as we were looking at all those queens, like, we don't have the Queen of Swords here, but here's the King of Swords on the back of the deck. And like I said, there was a certain amount of edge to this, to somebody in this connection. There's a feeling of sadness or something from the past, and it's creating this sense of apathy, or this sense of like, I'm not a disinterest, once there's a reconnection here. But I don't feel like it lasts very long, because there's almost this expectation of this happening. There's almost this expectation on both of your parts, because the energy is so strong with the Six of Cups and with this Two of Cups energy here. We also have the Empress reflecting the Divine Feminine. We have the Tower underneath her, but it's like I expected this to revisit. I expected to someday cross paths with this person. I expected there to be a second chance here, is what the message coming through. The Justice card says, you know, what is right and true is happening here in the future position, leaping into this new beginning. And for the Empress to be present, that can really reflect, you know, especially putting yourself in a place of security, a paramount with that Queen of Pentacles. But it's also, this person puts you on a pedestal. This person sees you in such a warm light. It's not that you don't share their perception. It's not that you don't share their ideology as far as I feel like you care about this other person a lot, very, very deeply. But something happened in the past. There was no closure, or there was a third party involvement. Something had happened in the past that didn't end well, or there was absolutely no closure. It's like somebody just walked away with, it's like I walked out of my house and just left all my dishes right where they were sitting. That's the kind of sense I'm getting. And that caused a lot of sadness, a kind of this confusion. My back went up a little bit. But there's a revisit in February. And the Four of Cups warns us here with the Death card that, you know, nothing changes if nothing changes. And sometimes we can be so kind of stuck in a routine and this humdrum life that we don't see the gifts coming in as gifts. We don't appreciate them for what they are, and that can cause a stagnancy that can halt this change that needs to come in this connection. But, you know, I don't feel like it's going to last. Like I keep saying, I don't feel like you're going to be able to kind of hold out your feelings, and I do feel like there will be a certain amount of new beginnings possible here. Brand new beginnings and a certain amount of justice. I do want to address the Tower, though. I do want to address this Tower, because the Tower does talk about uncontrolled change and change that cannot be taken back. So I do feel like this is going to be, it's like an epiphany coming in, especially with the King of Swords, because he does call for logic. He does really want to be logical about all situations and look at things from a higher perspective. And I feel like that's going to be your propensity. You're going to want to be logical and not let your emotions rule you, which is where you'll be kind of initially wanting to head, is this emotion. But you're fearful of being hurt over here again. You're fearful of being thrust back into this Three of Swords. There's a real fear of change. There's a real fear of movement here. So there's that is the warning there in the Tower energy. It's just this fear. Fear of being vulnerable, putting myself back in this position. And that's why the back's up a little bit when this person kind of pops up when you don't expect them to, out of the blue. But I guess you'll sort of expect it now if it happens in February. But justice at the end of the day, you're going to be justified. You're going to get the closure that you want or that you need in this connection. Let's get some oracle cards. February, changes coming in February, advice from Spirit. You've come to the edge. That's the Fool card there. Come to the edge. It's okay to sometimes leap without knowing where you're going to land. It's like the confidence of a toddler, just throwing themselves all over the place because they expect somebody to catch them. We do have all that glitters. And that card warns us not to wear masks to sort of please other people or to kind of keep up an appearance of something. It is about being vulnerable and allowing yourself the vulnerability, because we have unfinished business here at the back of the deck. So somebody's coming back in February to kind of revisit this situation because it's not done. It isn't finished. Closure is needed. Justice has not been served. We have Quest. It feels, The message coming through that card, the person coming through in February, it feels like they're on a mission. They're on a mission. We also have completion, and this is sort of the death card, truly. But it also reminds me of the Five of Cups. It's like sometimes we're so focused on everything that we've lost that we don't see opportunity. And it's kind of reminiscent of this Four of Cups as well. We do have enlightenment because that's what's going to happen. And I feel like you've been waiting, some of you have been waiting for this closure with this person coming in for a long time. We do have that child imagery. So I feel like this is someone that you could have known as a child. Again, you could have went to school with them. Prosperity lies ahead. Nope. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to divine timing. Surrender to these situations that are meant to be. And we do have the energy is gaining momentum on back of deck. February, please, we have the peacock. It did come out in the reverse position. I don't often read reversals, but for some reason I want to mention that peacock in the reverse position. It's like I'm not vain enough. I don't put myself in a position of this Empress enough, you know, and the peacock urges us, you know, he's wearing a crown, urges us to take our place on the throne. We have the wolf as well, being a leader, and a sense of loneliness with that wolf. I always think of the lone wolf when I see that card. But we have black egg at the back of the deck. There is this ideology for you, or perhaps the person coming in, that maybe too much time has passed. There is that fear here. This person is a little bit fearful of coming back. They are fearful a bit of that Queen of Wands, the fiery temper. And sometimes this card can really represent something that's kind of past its expiry. There was potential, but there's fear here that it's past its expiry. So there is worry about divine timing being at play or too much time passing. Advice from your angels and guides for February, please. Passion. Trust and follow your renewed passion in your love life and career. Taking that leap, taking off those masks and being vulnerable. Healthy lifestyle, eat a healthy diet, get adequate sleep, and exercise regularly for optimal health. So some of you have kind of ignored your physical health, Spirit is saying, leading up to this point. It's time to kind of get back in check, to focus on keeping your body and this temple of yours as healthy as you can. We have relationship harmony. We angels are opening the hearts of everyone involved. Arguments and conflicts are being resolved right now. Let's get some advice from your angels and guides. You are about to fall in love. I like that. People change and things work out. A dark past doesn't lead to a dark future. Change is the only constant. It says you are a born leader. Let's reshuffle these. February, please, Spirit. Encouragement for February. Time for some self-love. You have an interesting offer on the horizon, and I do see somebody coming back in. Do not be afraid of the offer, is what Spirit is saying. And ask and it will be given to you is coming out as well. Back of the deck, gotta rearrange it here, but someone from your past will return. Back of deck energy, I love that. Someone from your past will return. February. Pile 3. Oh, there's one out. Okay, so we have 4 coming out for February for you. Ace of Wands, 10 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles, and we do have the 6 of Swords. So, you know, that message continues in the bowl that you've been patiently waiting for this person because there is this almost an expectation that there would kind of be a chance for the two of you to revisit things. Part of you is almost like given up on the idea 100%, and you're like, you know, It's not serving me. I need to let it go. But there's an emotion attached to it. And it's almost this message coming through like you know exactly what you want to say. You know how you've already planned it out. You've already rehearsed it. You know exactly what you're going to say the moment that this person comes back in, and you've been patient. But your time is going to come in February. They're really saying, your guides are saying, you have this person contacting you or revisiting this connection in order to bring you some clarity, in the very least closure, clarity, and moving into calmer waters in this situation. Oh, we have the big money bags coming out. Okay, we have Sun in the bowl. We have the S in the bowl. We have the big money bag. So abundance. Abundance. And I think you had... Oh, you didn't. I thought you had something about abundance coming in. We have G in the bowl as well. We have this star with the fairy because it's like hoping for something that feels like it could never happen, or hoping that something that feels otherworldly happening. And I feel like this is an unexpected thing coming in for you. We do have the button because things are going to be revisited, and perhaps you'll have an opportunity to mend certain feelings, certain heartbreak. And we do have this stone that makes me think of the Queen of Swords. So she is a leader. She doesn't allow people in her energy that doesn't serve her. And she's not afraid to kind of chop your head off if she feels called to. So there is a bit of a fear perhaps of this person coming in about how you're going to receive them. And she's also, though, truly about clarity and truth. She doesn't mince words. She speaks her mind. And that's the encouragement here. Oops. All right, group number 3, that is what I have for you. Changes coming in February. If this resonates, I would love to hear about it in the comment section. I would love for you to subscribe to my channel and become a part of our little community here. We would love for you to join us. If you feel called to, check out my links below. But mostly I hope that you come back and visit me here on another day at the Tarot Cottage, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Take care.